Hi, Mohammed. Thank you for coming into our interview today. It's my pleasure to have you over here. We'll trying to ask a few questions about the JCF and also about yourself. Welcome. So how are we doing today?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me today here.
Yeah. So just our first question to ask, why did you come to Canada and what makes you, when did you make the decision?
Actually, my main intention and main reason for coming to Canada was establishing my own company. In that time, when I came here, it was like after COVID and after recession time. So it was so challenging to attract investors and stakeholders into the game. And it was like so hard for me to get the things done and get it going. So I spent like 9 months or so to make it happen. But I thought that no, this is not a good time for establishing the company right now. Maybe it's better to put it on a pause for a while and then start looking for work for a job somewhere. So then I started to looking for a job. And it was somehow difficult for me as an entrepreneur to look for a job because I was like 8 years in my own company. It was like I didn't have any idea about how the proper resume would look like here. So I can remember that whenever I sent my resume somewhere, there was no reply come back. So that was the main intention to come to Canada.
Gotcha. Well, sometimes you have to make the right decision at the right time. I do respect the call you made. So for the next one, how did you hear about the JCF? Since you mentioned that you're having some difficulty about finding a job and kind of make up your own resume. So is there any specific person that introduced you to JCF, or is there other way you heard JCF?
Yeah. When I was looking for a job, I talked with many people in my network. Mostly different kind of friends, different kind of people in network. So one of them randomly introduced me to that program here, and he even didn't know the name of the program, but he knew the program by the result because one of his friends got a job by attending his program. So I was so curious to know what's the name, and he just told me that there is a program and it's called something like OCCA, I don't know. And I went through the internet and I searched everywhere to find the exact name, and it was hard because it was it was so hard to find it actually through the internet, but I successfully found it and I sent an email. After I sent that email, it took less than a day to someone who called me back and welcoming me very well. In that moment, I feel very positive about the program and the way that they treat me as someone who's looking for a job, because I sent my resume to many different companies, no reply. It was like a kind of bad feeling. So when she called me back and she set a meeting with me, I really feel positive and go to the program.
So would you consider the meeting and the fast response to be a decisive kind of reason that makes you join OCCA and join the OCCA JCF program?
Honestly, because of the good result, I was really like to be a member of the program. But after I had that meeting and I feel that they are a very well framed and very well structured organization to just support someone like me, it made my decision 100%, and then I went through the program.
Absolutely. So after the JCF entire program, so how would you assess your success or your kind of personal growth and learning in the program? Or let's say, do you have any sort of a specific outcomes that you would like to share to me and also to all the other possible future participants of the JCF program?
Definitely. Actually, there were two main components of the program was so helpful for me. First of all, the structure of the program was in a way that I didn't feel that I'm in a classroom. I mostly feel that I'm in a new chapter of my life, and I'm just getting started to know people and know culture, and especially the work culture here, because it's different from other part of the world in a way that people need the resume structure, people need like interview processes, and it was not something that I used to know before the program. So the first thing was a good structure of the program, and the way that they helped me to restructure my resume and put the crucial concepts in it. Also, I had experience and the knowledge of my industry. I couldn't be successful to get a job, and that was an unfortunate thing for me. So the second part was learning me how to contribute positively with the people in a work community or in a workplace in Canada. So the work culture is slightly different from the place that I was working there before. So I think that it's another part of helpful things in the program.
Absolutely. So after you mentioned all the structures and all the improvement and the help offered from OCCA on how to find a job, so how do you feel overall OCCA had provided you or have assisted you on your path to Canadian immigration or on your path to, I would say, blend into the community?
The program had a great impact on my immigration and on my wellness, the total of wellness, because I was so depressed of why I can't get a job with my experience. I know all of this stuff, but I can't get a job here. What happens? And is it possible that someone with like 8 years, 10 years of IT and software development experience can't get a job here in a place that is like mother of technology somehow? So why is that? And I found that it's totally based on the way that you present yourself in your resume, or the way that you go through the like interview process. So I wasn't familiar to the interview process. I wasn't familiar to like the way that the good resume structure can resonate here with the HR people here in the companies. So these two factors helped me a lot to just feel better about myself, about my skill set, and about my future immigration pathway. Because if I couldn't find a job in my expertise, then it will definitely impact my immigration, and it could potentially make my immigration pathway harder and harder. But by having that great program, it really helped me to just go through it, learn about the culture, learn about the structure, and be able to present very well myself in a way that I expect myself, and then the company welcome me to have a proper job.
Gotcha. That's such an innovative kind of a reflection you have. So I know even though there's people who come before you, and but still, we would like to say, is there anything you would like to say to JCF, or is there anything you would like to say to the people who wanted to come to Canada but haven't get into action? Is there any sort of advice, or is there sort of I would say personal recommendations on things that you would tell them?
I can say definitely there is a positive impact and contribution to the program here. The thing is that when you contribute to the program and when you join the program, you will learn something that is not a knowledge. It's a kind of experience you need to gain to be accepted by companies. You need a well-structured resume. You need a well-disciplined plan for a job you like to go to. You need to have a good idea what will look like after you get employed. To hold all of those components together, you need a coach or you need a team to just help you go through that steps. It's not really easy to do it yourself. I tried it, and it was like time consuming. I need to just go through many different web pages talk with many people. And it was not bundled in a same program, so whenever I get some part, I will lose some other parts. So the great things about this program was like bundling all together: culture, English, structure, even some entertainment that people will like you to know about. And it was all together. And thanks to a great instructor of the program, like Mike Maninga, Faye, the president of the program, all of those were very nice to me, were very positive, helpful, and I really recommend everyone who wants to join and contribute to economy positively and being employed by a company. It's better to have a program like this rather than going through that yourself, because it can give you a lot of value rather than only just the knowledge. You will gain a lot of information that definitely will be helpful for you for your rest of the journey to the workplace.
Gotcha. Well, thank you very much for coming to the interview today. You shared a lot of useful insights with us. Thank you for coming again, and sincerely wish you can enjoy your life and have success in your Canadian journey.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me today.
Yeah, have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.